Naschi Iyade, Yadaltin, Yohat Duasauk, Chok Ayahat, Daklawadi, Nasati. Hello, my name is Marilyn Jensen, and I am the founder and dance group leader of the Dakhká Khwáan Dancers. We got this name from one of the elders of one of our dancers. She decided that we should be called Dakhká Khwáan, which means inland nation or interior people. So a big part of Dakhká Khwáan's mission is to reclaim and to revitalize much of our culture that has gone hazy and went missing through the process of being colonized. So we know that things like cry songs and certain styles of dancing and the very important ceremonial aspects of our kuik and our language is what we need to reclaim. A big part of the victory and the celebration of our communities is that somehow we manage to maintain potlatching and singing and dancing, but we still need to bring it up higher. Our mission is to revitalize and to reclaim and to hold our culture up with all of its beauty, eloquence, and its absolute gifts to the world, but at the same time do that with humility in a beautiful, authentic way.
The Chilkoot series was composed by a real close friend to us. His name is Lance Twitchell. He's of the Tlingit clan. His Tlingit name is Khune. This song came to life as a celebration and a reminder of the strength that we have as a people, but it is also born from great sadness. There are two songs, the outside song and the entrance song. The outside song is a little slower and sad in nature. That song was created with the thoughts of the struggles and the challenges that our people had once they came into contact with the outside world. This in particular was thinking about the people of Khwáan. And once they had connection and contact with the American military, the women of the community would slowly start going missing. Many of them were washing up on shore wrapped in seaweed. This brought a lot of sadness to the community, a lot of change and a lot of uncertainty of what was going to happen and how our people and our culture was going to survive. The entrance song is a celebration. It is a celebration of being able to overcome what has happened to us as a people. It sort of speaks about no matter what has been done to us, we will not lose our culture. We will not lose our languages. We will never forget who we are. We will always celebrate and be strong enough to overcome anything that has happened to us. And so the entrance song celebrates that and kind of in a way pushes back, stating, no matter what happens to us, we will overcome and we will stay strong.
The Reconstruct. Tsiksiyanu guk, tsiksiyanu kolya. Yana gudye shleo. The raven is just strutting around. This song is in 2 languages, both Tsimshian and Tlingit. This song was composed by my dear friend Kevin Clevenger, and we traded my song, The Spirit of the Dancer, for the Reconstruct. When Kevin told me about this song, he told me that it was about his 2-year-old nephew, the memory of him, before he passed away. He said he used to walk into a room just like a raven, owning that room, with a little bit of a strut.
The song is called On to New Shores, and it represents the seclusion ceremonies that our women have done throughout history and continue to do as we revive them. It represents embracing the new, not being afraid of continuing on your culture and history onto the new contemporary world. And it represents having strength and courage and to have trust and uphold your people.
Oh So not too long ago, I learned a lot of the foundational structures of Northwest Coast art, specifically Tlingit art, and I was working on a mask while I was carving a canoe with 30 of my favorite artists. And during that time, I invested way too much pride and ego, and the mask was taken from me and it broke. So I tried to escape from everyone. I tried to get off that little island somehow in some way, but no matter where I went, I could always hear those adzes hitting on the log. And so that's where the drum beat comes from, that constant adze beating the logs, taking wood chips off. And then just as that last ember burnt up that piece of wood, that's when the song started funneling through me, and I could start hearing it, and so I started singing it. So that's where the intention of the song is meant to shine through, is that you always invest your best of yourself into things that matter. Do your best to give all of yourself in a good way so that it can support others. The name of this song is The Spirit of Carving, and the meaning behind that is always be mindful of the spirit that you're putting into these things, because they already have one spirit that's been given to you in the vision. The next ingredient is the love and intention that you put into it.
Killer Whale Hunt, or in Tlingit we call DKD Dancers. The song was composed at a time where I felt it was really important to compose a song for my opposites, the Dakhká Khwáan people, the killer whale people. Ach ish has, my father's people. That is the way that we would normally compose our songs. I was always told that we never really sing about ourselves, that we sing about the opposites, our love for the opposites, to hold them up and to celebrate them. I was thinking about strength. I was thinking about hunting, so like the victories of your hunt, of your first kill. This song was to give memory and thoughts to how the killer whales would hunt the seal. At first, they would bob out of the water to target which seal they wanted to go after, and they would work together as a pack to go as fast as they could towards that ice floe that the seal was sitting on top of, assuming that they were protected. But with the strength of the pod working together, they would swim towards that ice floe, and right when they got to the edge of it, they would dive down and use their tail fins to create this mini tidal wave that would wash that seal into the ocean. Once the seal was in the ocean, they would surround it and attack it until they were able to claim its victory. Oh, hey, yo, hey, hey, oh. Tlatsini, in the Tlingit language that means strength. This song was composed as a collaboration from a whole community of people in the Atlan area. This song speaks about learning from our ancestors and our elders, being protectors of our land and water, singing as one and singing together, and to make sure that what we have learned, we pass down to our next generations. Singing and songs are a very important part of our cultural ways. It does our storytelling. It brings us together. It helps us celebrate who we are as people. It's interesting of how songs come to people. Sometimes they are heard amongst the trees and amongst the wind. Sometimes the songs bring back things that may have not been used or forgotten. That's the history and the story behind the box drum song, is to help us not forget and practice the ways that our ancestors had done things. The box drum had not been played for a long time in the inland, and through this song, we bring that back to our nations.